Honestly, I could eat takoyaki forever, the first and best of Osaka's 3 famous street foods. But for some reason, when you say octopus balls, people raise an eyebrow. But honestly, if these things weren't full of molten lava, I'd be fitting as many in my mouth as possible.
After trying some takoyaki, take a night walk down the Dotonbori Canal. This is the heart of Minami or southern Osaka, and is the go-to for nightlife. You're surrounded by restaurants, bars, clubs, and people gather here for street parties and even jump in the river to celebrate, even though it is against the rules. Then find the secret alleyway and follow it to the hidden Hozenji Temple with its lanterns and mossy statue that is perfect for escaping the crowds of the main street. Walk down Shinsaibashi Suji. Covered shopping arcades are called Shotengai in Japan and they're found across the country, but Shinsaibashi Suji is over 600 meters long and is absolutely massive. You can find just about anything here, and many shops will refund your consumption tax for purchases above 5,000 yen. But you do need to have your passport on you to claim it. Feeling hungry? Then try eating alone at Ichiran Ramen. Ichiran is famous for its solo booths that serve you without even seeing the waiter, and travelers love how you can customize your noodles before even sitting down. There are better places to get ramen, of course, but there's something so cozy about Ichiran, and even the average ramen is still an amazing meal in Japan. Enjoy the culture of Summerabon festivals in August, admiring the beautiful lanterns lighting up the night sky in a warm glow, which contrasts the commercial but still aesthetic cyberpunk neon-style signs, and then you can experience an existential crisis because it's totally like that Blade Runner movie, and oh no, this is really the future that we deserve, isn't it?
What a day. You look lonely. I can fix that. You look like
Get over those silly thoughts and nonsense by grabbing a chuhai and okonomiyaki at Jumbo Osakijo. Savory as you like pancakes, and the second of Osaka's 3 famous foods, although I like to get mine Hiroshima style with fried noodles and all the toppings, of course. Don't just visit a cat cafe, visit the Train and Cat Cafe, where every cat is a rescue from the street and you get to watch them hunt and destroy innocent little model trains that are just trying to keep to their tiny schedules. Supporting this cafe helps rescue more cats, and you can even adopt them from their shelter next door if you are a resident of Japan. You can get the best view of the city and watch the sun set from Abeno Harukas, the tallest building in Japan until they built Azudabu High Hills in Tokyo a couple years ago. Almost 1,000 feet in the air on a clear day, you can see almost all of the Kansai plains, and in winter, you can chill under a cozy kotatsu while enjoying a meal. Keep your distance but enjoy watching the Danjiri Festival in September and October, where giant wooden carts are raced through the streets as fast as possible. But be careful because this is one of the most dangerous festivals in Japan. If you used up all your luck at Danjiri, then visit the lion head statue at Nambayashaka Jinja. The 12-meter tall statue is believed to swallow evil spirits and bring good luck, and annually holds tug-of-war ritual contests. But this shrine does close pretty early, so make sure you get there before 4 p.m. See some more giant creatures at the Osaka Kaiyukan Aquarium, by far the best aquarium that I have ever seen. With its unique design, you travel from the top and walk down a spiral around their massive ocean tank with whale sharks, manta rays, and giant Japanese crabs, not to mention hundreds of other species. This is a great spot for all ages to enjoy. But what isn't fun for all ages is the black adult gashapon machines found around Dotonbori and Shinsekai. These are absolutely not for kids, so if the machine is blacked out so you can't see inside, these are for after dark fun only. But you can find some that are G-rated, mostly at game centers and around Osaka, and there are some crazy ones which is part of the fun. For example, I once found sea monkeys in mine. And while you're at the arcade, you can try your hand at Japan's prize catchers, but be prepared to try at least a dozen times, or enjoy a game with some real skill like Mario Kart or the other classics. You can take a rest for the night at a capsule hotel, but not just any box room. Try Ninja and Geisha Capsule, which feature beautiful Japanese woodblock print scenes with all the classics. Starting from just 2,800 yen a night, this is a bargain for those who are trying to save money on their trip. And with all that saved money, why not pick up some souvenirs at Donkey, and then take a short walk to the Ghibli store to meet Totoro or go face to face with No Face. Watch the magic of the Milky Way Legends for Tanabata, Japan's Star Festival. This occurs in early July and is the time to write wishes and hang them on bamboo. In Osaka, this is also celebrated where the river running past Nakanoshima is illuminated after sunset to resemble the night sky as the glowing orbs flow down the Okawa. It does get fairly busy though, so try taking the train over to Tenma to get away from all the other tourists and experience a more authentic Japanese nightlife location. It's here you'll find probably Japan's cheapest bar, with sake starting from just 1 yen for your first bottle on weekdays. The food here is suspiciously delicious for just how cheap it is. I'm still not exactly quite sure how they actually make money, but they do have some of the best sake pours. Head over to the Expo 70 Commemorative Park to see the Tower of SCP-174, the Tower of the Sun with its 4 faces. I won't check it out because it terrifies me, but you can. I'll be watching from across the road from the 123-meter tall Red Horse Osaka Ferris wheel. Then after riding the Osaka monorail, which goes all the way to the Atami airport if you are flying domestically across Japan. But you will have to change trains if you want to go see the new 2025 Expo Park for the Kansai World Fair, which does last until October. You can see the pavilions from your favorite countries, watch the daily shows, or walk around the massive wooden ring, the largest wooden structure in the world. But if you can't visit before it's over, don't worry. They do plan to convert Umeshima into a new attraction that I will mention in a future vid, but only if you subscribe to see it. Check out Umeda and its many department stores and entertainment values, but don't forget to check out the roof of Umeda Station first, with its secret garden, or miss the giant teddy fountain. HEP 5 is Osaka's equivalent to Tokyo's Shibuya 109. It's easy to find because it has the unlucky red Ferris wheel on top that will doom your relationship if you ride it, but you can safely look at the giant red Moby Dick from inside before walking over to the Umeda Sky Building, my favorite building in Japan for its unique design, sky escalator, and glass elevator. My second favorite building can be seen from the Osaka Sky Building, the Tower Gate building, which has a highway running right through it due to a land dispute with the owner and the developers of the road. You can even drive through this yourself if you rent a car. And did you know that it's just 20 minutes away from here that you can find Pachimon Wars, a bootleg Star Wars bar in a quiet residential neighborhood with a welcoming atmosphere that's like drinking with your friend while he shows you his collection. But if bootleg Star Wars doesn't sound like your thing, maybe you should be at the bottom of the ocean at the secret submarine bar, made by professional set designers that really make you think that you're 20,000 leagues under the sea, but you do have to go down a pretty dark, scary alleyway to get there first. It'll be fine. Take a relaxing walk to Osaka Castle and all of its glory, but don't go inside unless you really want to view from the top, because this construction's beauty is all on the exterior. In spring, you can see hundreds of sakura trees that fall over the castle moat and enjoy a nice quiet hanami under the trees, or later in the year enjoy the vibrant autumn colors that in my opinion are actually better than sakura. Let me know if you agree. In the castle park, you can also walk over to Graham and get some jiggly Japanese pancakes for a nice breakfast or early lunch. Then head down to Shinsekai to check out Osaka's retro town. I just love the architecture here, and it's a great place to try Osaka's third famous must-try food, kushikatsu, fried stuff on a stick that you dip into a sweet sauce. It really doesn't get better than this. While in Shinsekai, check out the Sutenkaku Tower, dare yourself with a skywalk, or you can even slide down the side for just 1,000 yen. In this part of town, you will find some of Japan's old-fashioned beer vending machines, and we're about halfway through the video at this point, so I'll save some of the best for last. But what list wouldn't be complete without getting absolutely loaded on the cheap outside a convenience store on some Strongs, Japan's 9% drink that costs just $1. After recovering from that, why not take a nice soak at Spa World, as long as you're not too self-conscious, as Japanese rules do apply. This is a giant onsen building with both Asian and Roman-style hot springs. Spa World is open 24 hours a day, and you can even stay here overnight, although you will be charged extra if you stay past 9 a.m. The next day you might be hungry, so why not catch yourself a lunch at Osaka's fishing restaurant? Although, if you are lazy, then the waitresses can do that for you too. Not into fish? Then you can get a light lunch at Deka-san for their amazing fluffy egg sandwiches. These are massive and only cost 480 yen, about $3. If this isn't enough for you, then you can get their big boy meat sandwich for a whopping 2,600 yen. After all that food, it's time to get your steps in, and you can walk this off by taking a train to northern Osaka's Minno Park, where you can hike up to the beautiful waterfall looking for fireflies in early summer, or you can try and spot a giant salamander in the river. Wild monkeys and deer can be seen here too. You can even stay in Minno at a ryokan in the mountains, and another great escape from the city is just 30 minutes away from Osaka at Namaze Station, where you can follow an old, abandoned train line, hiking through the dark tunnels following the mountain canyon. This is one of my favorites in autumn, and the great thing about this hike is that it ends at the next station, so you only ever have to walk in one direction. Once you're tired of walking, you can relax in style on the Kintetsu luxury sightseeing trains like Blue Symphony that feel like a refined travel of a more civilized past. Extraordinarily, this trip costs just about $10. For a change of pace and culture, try Tsuruhashi, Osaka's Koreatown. The second you step off the station, you'll smell the delicious smoky flavors of Korean barbecue, which always makes me hungry. You can get some real authentic Korean products and dishes here, like sannakji, octopus sashimi that's so fresh it's still wriggling. Hey look, now hear me out here, this one tastes a lot better than it looks, but you're just gonna have to trust me on that. But it's more about the texture than the taste. But if this isn't authentic enough for you, then why not just take a ferry from Osaka directly to Busan? The overnight ferry can be a cheap and adventurous alternative to flying, but it is going to take you 16 hours each way. Once back, why not get some excitement at Universal Studios Japan, which is way better than Tokyo Disneyland in my opinion, especially with the Harry Potter town, and Super Mario Land with its brand new Donkey Kong Country attraction. Shitennoji Temple offers a much quieter time, and it's quite a bit older. In fact, this is one of the oldest temples in all of Japan, founded in 593 by Prince Shotaku, a peaceful escape in the heart of the city. One of the best things about Japan is that tradition has not been left behind in the modernizing world. And you can definitely see that at Tenjin Matsuri, one of Japan's big 3 summer festivals. The streets will be closed for cultural parades and dances, and these events might be one of the most memorable events of your Japan trip. Walking through the summer evening air as people pass you in yukatas, sampling the offerings from the small yatai shops. Summer is also the season for fireworks across Japan, and the Yodogawa Fireworks Festival is held the first Saturday of every August along the river. This is absolutely packed though, so if you're not a big fan of crowds, you might want to watch this one from afar, as it will take you forever to get back home through the sea of people. So you might as well stay out and wander into the nearest standing izakaya, a small bar that serves food. These will get cramped on nights like this, but it's absolutely worth it to get out of your comfort zone and interact a bit with the locals. However, if you'd rather be alone after escaping those massive fireworks crowds, then you could take a walk along the river and wait till morning and catch a beautiful sunrise over the cityscape of Osaka. In recent years, many people have said that Tokyo's Akihabara has lost its soul, being commercialized and sanitized for the foreign market. And in many ways, this is true. It does cater to what you'd expect from anime and manga, which has been localized to the Western audience. But in Osaka, you can still get a taste of what it used to be at Nipponbashi, Osaka's Den Electric Town, where you'll find all the maniac stores and otaku obsession that Akiba used to be known for. You can even take part in their massive street cosplay festival in May, where blocks are shut down for parades and streets are lined with some of the most insane costumes you'll ever see. Then you can take some time off and chill in a maid cafe, which is a bit weird at first, but to be honest, it's good wholesome fun, provided you take a friend. Nipponbashi is also a spot to find retro games, merchandise, and collectibles from any and all franchises. But if you do find these stores to be a bit overwhelming and esoteric, then you can find some more familiar faces at Osaka's Pokemon Center center and cafe, which will have all your favorites. Except apparently for mine, Omastar, which is totally underrated and deserves better. I mean, even if he is 4 times weak to grass, I mean, it's just not fair, Helix bros. But speaking of crustaceans, why not see how much you can eat at a crab buffet? Or if you're feeling a bit more daring, some fugu, which is absolutely safe to try unless you're unlucky enough to be one of the 3 people per year that do die from it. Because somehow people in the past figured it was a good idea to use trial and error to eat a fish that contains a toxin with no known antidote. I mean, seriously, how did they learn to eat this apart from trial and error? If you're a bit too chicken to try the fugu, like me, then you might be better off at a revolving sushi place. Kaiten sushi in Japan is cheap and delicious, with an average of about $1 a plate, and just because it's a chain, don't think it's not going to be a great meal. Travelers are always surprised to see how high quality cheap food is in Japan. While it might not be the same quality as that omakase course, it is still a fantastic meal. Although if you do want to go upmarket, Kobe is just a 30-minute side trip away from Osaka, where every other restaurant serves Wagyu. Nankin Machi is Kobe's Chinatown, which has some of the best soup dumplings that I've ever tried. One of the best things about Japan in general is just how easy it is to travel everywhere with their fantastic rail network, so why not take a bullet train to anywhere else in the country that you want to go, or even just pay $1 to enter the station and try and spot Dr. Yellow, Japan's rarest train. I've only caught the good doctor once in Osaka, and I guess once in Tokyo, when unfortunately this knob jumped in front of my shot. Oh well. If you're a visitor in May, then be sure to check out the koi streamers displayed across the country. Osaka's Takatsuki has a massive display with hundreds of konobori that swim in the breeze and warm spring air. Perfect for families, as the tradition is to fly 1 koi for each child in your household. So whoever's house is this is really making Abe-san proud. For thrifting in Osaka, your best bet is around Amemura, America Town. Known for being fashion intense, Amemura also has quite a lot of great bars, like Space Station, where you can enjoy a drink while playing retro video games, dating all the way back to the Famicom and all the way through to the PS3, with even a couple new ones. But the cheapest drink will always be hitting the Family Mart and hanging out in Triangle Park. This small spot might not look like much, but it's absolutely packed on Halloween. Halloween in Japan is a serious riot. Like literally, after cars had been flipped in Tokyo, they shut down the festivities in both Shibuya and Shinjuku. But the Halloween spirit is still very much alive in Osaka, at least for now, as every year the police presence seems to grow, so enjoy it while you can. But for now, Triangle Park is the place to get a costume and party until first train. To get away from the evening crowds and enjoy a bit of a slower pace, a nice boat cruise is just perfect any time of the year. And you can do this in the rivers past Nakanoshima Park and even along the Dotonbori Canal. Team Labs are 2 very popular destinations in Tokyo, but most people don't know that Osaka has its own unique Team Lab experience at the Botanical Gardens. A night walk experience through the park where your movement and sound change and warp the art display. This is a great way to finish your night, but to end your trip you need to do something truly special, and for that I recommend Katsuoji Temple. This temple is famous for its luck due to its name Katsu, which means winner's luck. A great omen for your next adventure, but it's most memorable for the thousands of Daruma dolls that cover the temple grounds. Large and small, people hoping to have their wishes come true buy a Daruma, and when it comes true, you are meant to return the doll. And that means that all of these people had their wishes granted. And if yours is too, well then I guess you'll just have to plan your next trip to Japan so that you can do the same.